What's going on, everybody? My name is Phantomatic, and today I'm going to be talking about the new update that released for Solo Leveling Arise. Now, we've got a lot of things to go through, but first things first, here are the two new codes, Dagger Sharp and Gina Arise. These will be available until the 10th of October at 7 p.m, which is today. Okay, so to get right into things, let's talk about the newest hunter that's been added to the game called Gina. She is from the manhwa and is a fire mage support DPS hybrid. Yeah, so basically we can build her to deal a lot more damage or build her to focus more on buffing and supporting her team. She is our very first fire support character, so characters like Yu Sun-hyun is definitely going to benefit from having her on your team. Her first skill is called Gravitational Mass. It allows her to send out explosive spheres that will inflict airborne to targets. Her second skill, Path of Extinction, will allow her to shoot out a beam of magic in the direction she's facing, then will use an enhanced version once you continue holding down the skill. She also applies an ability called Counter Current while using the enhanced beam. And lastly, her ultimate, Liberation. She rises in the air and causes a massive explosion. This ultimate will also inflict airborne and creates a gravitational field where enemies will be continuously damaged after she uses her ultimate. Her ultimate will also inflict halt on enemies, and what halt does is stop enemies' actions for several seconds. Her passive gives us more details on what Counter Current does, and when you use Forced Descent, Gravitational Mass, or Path of Extinction, these will activate Counter Current, and when you reach the max number of Counter Current, she'll apply mana circulation to every single team member, and what this does is increase everyone's attack and fire damage. Her passive will also regenerate health for everyone on the team and will also charge everyone's power gauge over time, after creating a gravitational field, which honestly is pretty nutty if you ask me, because I honestly don't believe there's anyone in the game who can actively regen power gauge with their passive. Gina so far sounds like an amazing addition to the game. Not only is she a visually pleasing character to look at, but most if not all of her abilities are primarily great at stopping enemies in the tracks because they are equipped with airborne, which is a plus because it'll allow us to dish out a lot more damage to these enemies. I also would like to mention that her second skill is by far the coolest looking skill in the game. I really don't care. I'd honestly place her second skill above Amamiya's ultimate because wow, it feels so satisfying to use, you know? And honestly, listen, look, shooting a Kamehameha, it would always be fun. It's never gonna get stale, let's be honest. And after looking at what Gina does, I do believe that she's absolutely worth picking up. Not only is she the only character to directly support fire characters, but would greatly increase someone like Yu Sun-hyun's damage potential to crazy heights. And she isn't solely revolved around fire units, because while she does boost fire damage, she also boosts teammates' attacks and recharge their power gauge for a quicker ultimate. So yeah, I honestly recommend picking her up, and I did as well. Look, I pulled her in a single 10 pull. First 10 pull, I pulled her. What can I say, bruh? What can I say? We also got to see her weapon and costume, which I will talk about in a sec. But her unique weapon will allow Gina to recover all teammates' MP and increase their attack and fire damage, which can be stacked. As of writing this script, I have no clue what exact amount this is for the weapon, but I do believe it's going to be a pretty good amount if it's especially for her signature weapon. But just being able to increase attack, regen MP, and increase fire damage with her weapon, bro, I'm telling you, she's so good. You gotta pick her up, bro. We really have to pick her up. As for Gina's costume, come on, look, listen, this right here is top 2, but it ain't number 2. That costume, oh my goodness, listen, let me cook, bro. If she wanted to rob me in broad daylight in the middle of a city, I'd probably strip myself naked right there. Hey, listen. Y'all don't know the game, bro. Look at the game plan, bro. But yeah, her costume's absolutely amazing. If I was spending money on this game, I most likely would have bought it day one in a heartbeat. A brand new weapon for Sun Jin-woo was also shown off in this livestream called Demon King's Dagger. However, I will be making a dedicated video towards this weapon once this video goes up. But from the looks of it, this weapon seems to be pretty darn good and is a pretty good contender for the Demon King's Longsword. Listen, this combo might be insane. Demon King's Dagger with the Demon King Longsword, I'm telling you, Wind weapons are coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Wind weapons are back. Workshop Pavilion Life was also updated, and they've added brand new floors and a brand new boss in the form of Baran, the Demon King. And with Baran comes a new way to power up your hunters. They're called cores. And Sun Jin-woo and the hunters will have 3 slots available to equip these cores. And with these 3 slots comes 3 types of cores: spirit cores, body cores, and mind cores. They, of course, have rarities, with the highest being legendary cores, and also comes with passives. There's a wide range of passives that needs to be activated by doing specific things, like, for example, using your basic attack 3 times to gain like a, let's say, a 20% attack boost or something like that. However, they also do come with their own stats similar to relics in game. So like, for example, let's say your headpiece would have like crit hit rate, attack percent, flat attack. Cores basically work in similar to those. I will talk about these more in depth in another video, specifically for cores. So for now, let's keep the video going. And lastly, Kai Silen's flying patterns have been reduced. Thank God. That dragon was easily the most jankiest and the most annoying boss to fight to get relics. Holy, this dude would not stop flying in the air. I hate him. Yu Sun-hyun and Choi was also rightfully buffed, along with the best weapon in the game. I don't care. The Demon King's longsword has been buffed. Let's push this Demon King longsword's agenda, cause it needs to happen. So expect this weapon to be used a lot more in the future. I don't give a damn if you think it's bad. Top tier weapon. And lastly, Solo Leveling Arise is holding a costume design contest where you can personally design any costume you want for Sun Jin-woo to be in the game. I do hope many talented artists are trying to push the cat-made Sun Jin-woo agenda. I must see it happen in game. They said any costume, so I do hope y'all know what you're doing. Put Sun Jin-woo in that cat-made costume. Come on. Make history, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, that's gonna be it for my video. This is rather scuffed due to my inexperience with making content like this. However, I will keep trying and I will keep adding on and updating and doing everything positive with this content from here on out. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next Solo Leveling Arise video. Signing off.